Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Apple dropped some major updates to their products at the end of February and last month. Here's a quick rundown of what they unveiled. Let's get to it. Apple introduced the new MacBook Air now with an M4 chip, both the 13 and 15-inch versions. These laptops are super fast and energy efficient with up to 18 hours of battery life. They also have a 12 megapixel center stage camera. They come in 4 colors: sky blue, midnight, starlight, and silver. The sky blue brings fond and sad memories for me. Anyways, pre-orders, and they are now also available since March 12th. Now, the rather pleasant surprise was the price, starting for $999 for the 13-inch and $1,199 for the 15-inch, both $100 lower than before, especially the 13-inch. The price that you had to pay for the $999 before got you the M2 MacBook Air when the current chipset was the M3. So you get the latest chip at the starting price now. The new iPad Air has the M3 chip, making it even faster and more powerful than ever. It comes in 2 sizes, 11 and 13-inch. The 11-inch starts at $599 and the 13-inch at $799. You can also get the Apple Pencil Pro and Magic Keyboard for it, making the compatibility page as confusing as it is for the Apple Pencils. Pre-orders already started and they have been available since March 12th. Apple also unveiled the Mac Studio, which now has 2 new chips, the M4 Max and the M3 Ultra? I thought they were done with the M3 line. Anyways, these chips are super powerful and can handle demanding tasks like video editing and 3D rendering. The Mac Studio starts at $1,999, while the M3 Max, M3 Ultra version starts at $3,499, and they are obviously already available. Apple also announced their new entry-level iPad update starting at $349, as it has before, the 11th generation it's now. It has twice the storage than its predecessor and an A16 chip. This makes this one the only new Apple product announced that does not have Apple Intelligence features. So if you want Apple Intelligence, you either need to get an iPad Air or an iPad Pro, either new or used. You can also use the Apple Pencil and Magic Keyboard Folio for this iPad. Pre-orders are now available and they have been selling them since March 12th. On February 19th, Apple dropped the iPhone 16e, the budget-friendly option in the iPhone 16 series. It got a sleek edge-to-edge display, Face ID, and a USB-C port. It's powered by the A18 SoC, which means it's got an action button and you can use Apple Intelligence for it. The famous action button that I've never used for anything useful. It also has a 48 megapixel fusion camera with an optical zoom, and it supports Apple Intelligence, as I mentioned. I cannot recommend this iPhone to anyone, honestly. Even if it's for a younger or older family member, just upgrade your iPhone and give them the one that you already have. Not to mention, many carriers are giving away the Pro model for free. The iPhone 16-inch, for anybody that's interested, comes in black and white. Pre-orders, and they have already been selling since February 21st. Finally, I want to address the elephant in the room, Apple Intelligence. From the beginning, it's been underwhelming to features that were promised that have never yet to be achieved, and now even been removed from advertisement, Apple has certainly lost the AI war. And this move has the same taste as AirPower. I don't know if you guys remember AirPower, you know, that charging pad that no matter where you could put your watch, phone, and AirPods, you could put them anywhere and they would charge. Yeah, that one. That never happened. It got delayed, and then they just silently said, oh, we're not going to release it. Anyways. And even Apple's original assistant, Siri. I remember reading somewhere that Jobs said that Siri was no good, to put it mildly, because anybody that knows Steve Jobs know that he didn't talk that way. When he was first shown the Siri on the iPhone 4S, I think Apple honestly needs to go back to what it knows. It does best. Not be first to the party, but when you get into the segment, you make it one of the best. I know that investors are worried about tech companies that don't invest heavily on AI, and that's its own conversation. But those investors should know by now Apple's track record. Apple, you don't invest in Apple to be the first. You invest in Apple to be the best. And I know I sounded, really Apple sheep there, but it's my opinion. I think that's true. When Apple gets into a segment, they do it right. They don't do it first, but they do it right. Apple needs to slow down, reinvent Siri from the ground up, and then build AI into it. These announcements show that Apple is making their devices even better and more fun to use than ever before. And in regards to Apple Intelligence, I've never been the most excited for AI to begin with. So I just wanted Siri to get better and actually challenge Google and Alexa. And in a lot of ways, it has improved for at least the way I use it, but it's still way short of even starting to compete with any of its rivals. Drop a comment below and tell me which announcement got you the most hype. Did you get any of the devices that I mentioned that released? Hopefully not the iPhone 16e. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified whenever we have a new update and never miss it. As always, we're available on Facebook, X, Instagram, and obviously YouTube at JR Abrams Tech. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.